The alien mother stole my bread to feed her child. She was shocked when I showed mercy. The twin sons of Arcaris, 9 baked the sands into glowing glass by midday. I wiped sweat from my brow as I knelt beside my tent, salvaging another solar panel from the debris of the old transport freighter that had crashed here months ago. Food was tight, water tighter, and bread was a luxury I'd been rationing like gold dust. So when I caught the silhouette crouched near my supplies, slim, cloaked, trembling, I didn't hesitate. Back away, I barked, pointing the welded pipe I called a weapon. The figure froze. Slowly she turned, and that's when I saw her. Not human. Her skin shimmered with a pale opalescence, fine scales glinting pink and blue beneath the fading sun. Her eyes were large, luminous, brimming with panic, and clutched in her long fingers was my bread, a quarter loaf, but still, enough to last me a day and a half. I said I stepped forward, but then I heard the sound, a soft, wet cough. From behind her, in the hollow of her tattered cloak, peeked a tiny head. A child, her child. It looked barely more than a hatchling, eyes crusted, ribs showing through delicate skin, mouth opening weakly in soundless cries. The mother didn't speak, not at first. She didn't beg. She just lowered her head, held the bread close to her chest, and waited for me to strike. I didn't. I should have been furious. This desert was brutal, and every ounce of food was earned with blood and sunburn. But something in her eyes, the desperation, the way her body curled to shield the infant, cut through me. "Wait," I said. "You're not from the freighter crash?" She didn't answer, just slowly returned the bread to the sand at my feet and backed away, shielding her child. That was the moment. I picked up the loaf and, ignoring the protest of my stomach, broke it in two. I kept the smaller piece and handed the rest toward her. "Take it," I said. Her eyes widened in disbelief. She hesitated, then stepped forward and accepted the bread with shaking fingers. The child snatched it, teeth nipping through the crust. Tears welled in her alien eyes. "You human?" she rasped, voice soft and gravelly, like it hadn't been used in weeks. "Yeah," I replied. "Name's Tom. Mechanic. You?" She looked startled by the question. "Zale," she said. "Of the Vedari, or what is left." Zale sat cautiously by the edge of my camp as the stars blinked to life. The silence between us stretched, broken only by the rustling of her child as he finished every crumb. I passed them a canteen of purified water. They drank greedily. "I thought I was alone out here," I said eventually. "I was hiding," she replied. "Many hunt us." Us. I learned more over the next hour. The Vedari ship had crash-landed months before mine. Only a few survived. Many of the adults died fighting scavengers or the wild sand beasts that prowl the night. Only a handful remained, mostly mothers and their young. Hiding, starving, hoping someone would come. Zale was the first brave, or desperate, enough to approach me. "Why didn't you take more?" I asked. I only needed enough to keep him breathing. The weight of that simple answer left me silent. That night, I gave her and her child a warm place beside my fire. I wrapped the infant in a spare thermal blanket. He purred against the warmth, sleeping for the first time in who knows how long. In the morning, she was still there. Over the next few days, I learned just how badly off the rest of the Vedari were. A small, broken village hidden beneath a collapsed ravine, infested with heat leeches and sand wasps. Their young were dying. The mothers were withering. So I made a choice. Instead of hoarding, I split my rations. I used my tools and parts to rig water collectors from old ship condensers. I taught them how to fix solar panels. They showed me edible roots buried under glass dunes, and how to lure the small desert burrowers for meat. Zale became something of a partner. We barely understood each other's words half the time, but trust doesn't need grammar. Her child, whose name I later learned was No, followed me like a shadow, giggling whenever my tools sparked or a new gadget hummed to life. At first, the other Vedari feared me, a tall, bearded human male with strange machines and sharp eyes. But Zale spoke for me. Day by day, suspicion faded. And then one night, it returned. A scavenger gang, humans, descended like vultures. They had tracked my camp signal, hoping for scrap or supplies. When they saw the Vedari hiding among the rocks, they drew their weapons. Back off, I warned. They're under my protection. Protection? One laughed. From what? They're barely animals. He raised his rifle. I didn't wait. It was 3 against 1, but surprise and sand blindness gave me the edge. A swing of my pipe cracked one man's jaw. Zale screamed as gunfire echoed. I took a grazing hit to the shoulder, but kept fighting. The others joined, Vedari mothers with sharpened scrap metal spears, even the older children throwing stones. We drove them off, but blood soaked the sand. Mine. Hers. Zale had taken a shot to the ribs, protecting No. She collapsed in my arms. No, please, I whispered, pressing cloth to the wound. I only wanted to feed him, she murmured. Her words from that first night came full circle. Her breath was shallow, eyes fluttering, but she didn't die. I patched her up, and for days she drifted between fever and silence. I carried water on my back every day for her, fed her with my own hands when she couldn't move, watched No sleep beside her, curled like a puppy. She woke after 5 days, whispered my name like it meant something holy. You showed mercy, she said. I smiled. You showed me how to be more than just a survivor. When a rescue ship finally came months later, called by an old emergency beacon I'd rebuilt, they asked me what happened here. I told them the truth. That mercy is not weakness. That bread is not just bread when it saves a life. That even in the harshest of deserts, hearts can break and mend again. They offered to take me back to civilization. I looked at Zale, at No, at the others who now stood stronger than when I found them. I said no. I had a new people now, a new family. All because a mother once dared to steal my bread.